Hello, and welcome to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the injury market's top program for doctors, lawyers, and insurers who want to gain greater insight on how to improve patient recovery results and deliver better services in the U.S. injury market. Please welcome your host, Dr. Jeffrey Allen Kronk.
Okay, doctors, what I want to talk about today, it's just kind of an interesting subject. And it's, are you worried more about your bottom line or your top line? You may have heard, and I think we all have heard, I know I've heard this, hey, you got to watch your bottom line. You got to watch your bottom line. What's your bottom line? So if you look at a financial statement, your top line is your income, your bottom line is your expenses. Right? So many of us have been taught, hey, look at your bottom line, look at your expenses. Oh my God, be afraid to spend money. Be afraid to spend money. Right? It's gonna look what it's gonna do to your bottom line. So your focus is always on your expenses or how much you have to spend, and that's the wrong place to have your focus. The right place to have your focus is on the bottom, on the top line, on your income line. To hell with your bottom line, right? It's what's your top line. That's where all your attention needs to go to, right? It's the smallest part of your statement. Your top line. Hey, how much income did I make? How much service income did I generate? How much nutritional income? Whatever you sell in your clinic, whatever your business does. Right? Is you want to be looking at your top line. What do I invest in? What do I do to make more money come into my center? What can I do to improve my top line? To hell with the bottom line. I'm going to spend money. I know I'm going to spend money. As a matter of fact, it's good to spend money. Now, it's not good to spend money without a purpose or to spend it all over the place. But if you're spending money to improve yourself, you're spending money to improve your practice, or you're allocating money to improve your ability to get, to fund things that are going to cause long-term residual income for you. So what I've said to you before is, look, there's three things, and I learned this from Grant Cardone. I've heard it from other people, but I love the way Grant Cardone puts it. Invest in yourself first. Key. You got to invest in yourself. You got to invest in yourself so you can make more on your top line. Anything that you can invest into to make more money in your top line. What's a key thing to invest in to get your top line up? Well, marketing. Marketing is an investment to actually get your more income, right? So anything that you can do. So what I was saying is you want to invest in yourself to get your top line up, to get your income up. Now, you also want to invest in your business, and you want to continue to reinvest in your business. That's going to be one of the greatest places that you make money because it's a business that you know and you're intimately connected to. I will be the first one to tell you that I have spent so much money investing in businesses that I was not intimately connected to, and they did not do well for me. Right? You want to invest in things that are making. My best investment has always been, and sometimes I learn and relearn this lesson, has always been reinvesting back into my businesses. That's my best bottom line. So if I'm investing in myself, let's say I don't know injury work as well as I feel like I need to, or I don't know marketing as well as I feel like I need to, or I don't know personal speaking as well as I feel like I need to, or I don't know how to create PowerPoint presentations as well as I'd like to, or I don't know how to actually do video as well as I would like to. Hey, I don't know how to determine dress as well as I would like to. Hey, I'd like to learn more about body gestures. Hey, I'd like to, whatever it is. Whatever it is, if I look at it and say, hey, look, I think this is going to make it better for me to make more money, it's a legitimate expense. Stop looking at your bottom line. Look at your top line. Make all your focus be on your top line. Right now, your focus should be so heavy on your top line because if you'll go top line heavy, remember, the rich get richer during recessions. And even during depressions, the rich get richer. During COVID, the rich got richer. Now, maybe you're the rich. Maybe you're already getting richer. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or maybe you want to be rich. So you got to have opportunities when opportunities pop up. That means you got to have income. Oh, but Dr. Kronk, oh my God, if I spend money on a marketing program or if I spend money on this, I won't have any money. You're not looking at it the right way. You're not looking at it the right way at all. You have to spend money in order to grow your top line. Now, you got to get better and better at allocating that money so that you get a good return on investment. I mean, one of the things that always makes it crazy for me in the Smart Injury Doctors program is the amount of materials that we have that you're going to use over and over and over and over and over. You're going to use them for years. I mean, I just was on a coaching call 2 nights ago. We had a provider that came into our program. I think he was doing 2.5 injury cases a month. He wanted to double that. I think that was the goal. All right, within 2 months, they're doing, I think he told me 2 nights ago, 16. Right now they're doing 16 cases a month. They were doing 2.5. Now they're doing 16. Now, that sounds amazing. Obviously, that pays for program. His top line has doubled or tripled. Okay, which is exactly where you should be focusing, on the top line, right? That's going to allow him or her, using him as just to be a doctor, that's going to allow him or them or her to actually put themselves in a position to take further advantage, to be able to buy other things that will now assist them, right? Let's say you want to build out equipment. Kid, you get all these providers that are so focused on their bottom line. Guess what they're doing? While they're stressing about their bottom line and stressing about how bad this environment is, they're willing to sell their equipment for pennies on the dollar. Kid, take advantage of it. Buy equipment, right? Some of them will be willing to sell their practices for pennies on the dollar. Good. You want to expand? Grab their practice, right? There's a lot of things in the market that will happen as long as you have focus on your top line. That's where you want to have your focus. Look, you're already going to spend a lot of money, right? You spend if you look at it, you might have spent $250,000 for education just to be in a position to have a chiropractic practice. If you got continuing education requirements and you're going to fulfill those requirements for the next 30 years and you spend $5,000 by the time you figure out travel and your time and everything else, it costs you about $5,000 to do that. You're going to do that over 30 years. You're going to spend $150,000 just in education to keep your license, right? You're going to hire coaches. You're going to hire consultants. You're probably going to spend $100,000 over the next 30 years, $150,000 in that area. You're going to hire accounting and business consulting as you go. You're going to spend, I don't know, $150,000 over that next 30 years. You're going to hire education on how to do marketing better for your business. You're going to start to fill in the gaps that you don't understand business-wise, that you need to understand in order to get your top line up. If you don't understand marketing, you should be investing in marketing education for yourself. You really should be. Right? Because these are the things that are going to strengthen your ability to have your business grow. And then you might look at it and say, look, if I'm an average business, I'm going to spend 5 to 10% of my gross on marketing, right? If you're doing $1 million a year, you're going to spend $100,000 on marketing. Some of you are going, oh my God, I don't know. Until you get there and you start doing it and you realize, oh my God, this is what keeps my top line really easy to make and really easy to grow. The more I can spend, the faster and quicker I grow. I'm not anti-spending because I'm not anti-growth. In order to grow, you got to spend. You got to risk. So, this idea of being so tight, oh my gosh, I got to be so tight and I cannot spend. Right? Doctor, the car you drive can get you referrals. The suits that you wear, the clothes that you wear can get you referrals. Look at it as marketing, right? You want to invest in yourself, and anything you can do to get your top line better is what you want to look at. Anything you do. And everything you do is marketing. So how I would look at it is everything that I do, from the cars that I choose to drive. In our family, we've got an Audi and I've got a Suburban. because those are the things that I like to drive. I'm a big guy, so I like to drive a Suburban, nice new Suburban. But everything that you do is geared toward, now when I bought the Suburban, one of the things I was looking at is, hey, if I pull up in a clinic, good, I'm marketing. I'm not pulling up in a Saturn. Now, I'm not saying anything against the Saturn. I'm not saying anything against any car. I'm not a car guy, actually. But what I'm just trying to get you to think a little bit with this idea, this concept of you want to be focused. Everything that you make, every decision that you make is, how can I take a chance to improve my top line, not my bottom line? And in this market right now, injury work is it's the easiest, fastest way I know to increase your top line. It's your easiest and fastest way to improve your top line in a healthcare clinic, in a chiropractic clinic. And it's not that hard to do. But yeah, you got to invest to know what to do, right? You're not going to sit there. Like if I look, we just laid out all the booklets and all the information and reports that I've written for our group. And I was just talking to Chrissy today in our team, and I said, look, if a doctor sat down and they wrote all of these procedures, or not these procedures, these information, these booklets that you can give to an imaging center, you can give to a doctor, you can give to a patient, you can give to a lawyer, you can give to a medical doctor, you can give to the people in your market. If you took the time to actually write all of these up from scratch, it's probably going to take you 400 or 500 hours to do it, if you did it at all. Right? Now you can take these materials, somebody that spent all this time trying to figure out how to do it better, you can take it, and now you have all that time behind you. And if you want to enhance it, you're not wasting all of that time. That's called investing. And that's where you want to be, because that will improve your top line. Doctors, you got to get more focused on your top line. Stop worrying about expenses. Stop worrying about spending money. Now, if you're a radical, hey, overspender, yeah, you got to get that under control. But there's things you need to buy. There are things you're going to buy. That's things to enhance you, things to enhance your practice, and that's things to enhance your future income. Look at those three things and spend. Don't worry about the bottom line. Worry about the top line. As always, short, sweet, to the point. I hope you got something from this. And if you have any questions or about our program, the Smart Injury Doctors program, just see us at www.smartinjurydoctors.com or call us at 800-940-6513. It's super easy to get an appointment with us, with Chrissy, to see what our program's all about. Doctors, again, appreciate your time, your attention, and we'll see you on the next podcast.
You've been listening to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the #1 audio production show for professionals in the U.S. injury market that want to deliver better injury services to the patients, clients, or insureds they serve. If you like what you heard today, please leave us a review and don't forget to join us on our next program.